Hi, I'm Victoria Taylor, and you're watching InnoVaTe, a Vermont PBS podcast. Today I'm going to check out Tech Jam, a Vermont job fair and technology conference, bringing the leading technological innovators of Vermont under one roof. Come watch as Vermont's finest share, inspire, and awe. Also, come behind the scenes to meet with Kathy Resmer of the 7 Days and Matt Dodds of Branthropology to learn how this important expo got started.
Hi guys, it's Victoria here again on behalf of InnoVaTe for Vermont PBS, and we're here at Tech Jam in Burlington, and we're about to explore the convention floor, so I hope you join me. This looks awesome. What is this?
An all-electric race car.
It's an all-electric race car?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it looks amazing.
During Tech Jam, I had the pleasure of interviewing Kathy Resmer from the 7 Days, who shared the origins of Tech Jam and how this expo has become an important fixture to the growing technological community in Vermont.
Kathy, so lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you, Victoria.
So tell me about how you got started working with the Tech Jam.
Back when we first started the event, we thought it was just going to be a job fair that would emphasize, that there were actually jobs here for young Vermonters, so they didn't have to leave the state to go have an exciting career. Then we realized that there was more of a need, not just for talking about employers, but also for marketing Vermont as a tech destination and really telling the tech story of Vermont. So this became not just an opportunity to do recruitment, but also to do some marketing for the tech sector as well. And then a few years in, we also decided, hey, there's actually this long-term recruitment challenge that Vermont has with middle and high school students. We got to get these kids excited about technology careers and show them a little bit a glimpse of what they might be able to someday do. And so we started bringing in school kids from all across Vermont. So we probably have like 400 kids out there. This is the only chance a lot of these kids get to see this kind of innovation.
What would you say inspires you the most about being a part of the Vermont community and trying to foster and build tech and innovation here?
So the thing that drives my work here is that I love local media. And for me, I work for a local media company. This is how we can help these companies meet this need that they have. One of the things that really excites me is finding those companies and helping them tell their stories and seeing the ripple effect that has in the community. So for an example, Green Sea. I don't know if you got a chance to see Green Sea.
Was that the giant
The underwater robots.
Yeah.
They actually this year brought their the deepest diving robotic submersible in the world.
Is that the giant red one?
Yes, they have this. They had to unload it with a crane. It's this giant thing. They came here because I was looking at a list of tech companies that the Tech Alliance provided me, and I was looking for exhibitors, and I went on the list and I saw their website, and I thought they look really interesting. So I called the number, and who picked up but Ben Kinnaman, who was the founder, came to the Tech Jam, and as a result of that event, started talking to more people, and the story started getting out that they were here. Even more exciting to me is that we have robotics teams, these competitive robotics teams here in Vermont. The robotics teams came to a Tech Jam that Green Sea was at, and they made a connection. And Green Sea now sponsors a robotics team, and there's a great connection there happening with the local school and this company because of this event, because we were able to make that happen. I think what we've realized is that 7 days, for us, it makes business sense for us to do this event, not only because a lot of these companies are advertisers, they're advertising for jobs, but also because our readers want to hear about these stories. And when we put together this event, I find all of these companies who are exhibiting, and I think, I had no idea they were out there, and let's bring them to the Tech Jam and let's write about them.
Something interesting that I've noticed in my conversations with you and with a couple of other folks, you have groups of people kind of getting together and voluntarily working as a collective whole to further innovation here in Vermont. Do you think that that's like a common theme that you see?
Oh, definitely. Not only in the way that this event is organized, so we work with the Vermont Technology Alliance to put on this event, and also other community partners. Somebody has an idea for a panel discussion or something, we work with them. Like the Hack VT, which is the 24-hour hackathon that the Lake Champlain Regional Chamber just started hosting. Their winner is part of our program. They're going to be showcasing their app that won that competition later today. And even it extends to our sponsors. our two main sponsors for this event are Dealer.com and My Web Grocer. They compete for employees.
Right.
You know, they are trying to woo a lot of the same people to come work at their companies, but they realize that by working together, they can create this impression that, hey, there are lots of opportunities that you can investigate here in Vermont.
Well, thank you again, Kathy.
Thanks, Victoria.
Take care.
You too.
Next, I had the opportunity to connect with Matt Dodds, the owner of Branthropology and a Tech Alliance member, to find out how innovation and technology is growing and changing in this beautiful state.
Hi, Matt and Victoria. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to have you here.
And so what are the overarching goals of the Tech Alliance here?
Well, we're really trying to put tech on a pedestal. Again, it's not necessarily the first thing you think of when you think Vermont. Vermont's brand equities are highly synonymous with cows and pastures and kind of maple syrup, which is wonderful, but what we don't do is necessarily talk about technology as part of that. Psst, it's not milk that drives us. Psst, it's not ice cream. Psst, it's not maple syrup. Psst, it's not even skiing. Technology is what's driving this economy. It's why Chittenden County is doing very, very well. Although people don't think that there's technology in Vermont, there's always been technology in Vermont. There's been an incredible innovation story in Vermont. The trouble is those narratives have been sublimated because they felt off-brand. And as a result, we end up with, come recreate in my rural yesteryear, you know? And that feels sometimes like a very backwards-looking stance. I can look at California and hold in my head sequoias and also this vibrant tech scene. I can think Switzerland, I can skip down the hills of a mountain and think Edelweiss, but I can also think about corporate headquarters and high-tech manufacturing, watches, other things. Because the parts of Vermont that I love so much, socially connected, as you think Ben and Jerry's, are the people out who say, I'm gonna sit here, but I can change the world from here.
You know, to me, I mean, I always think of Vermont as kind of being a state that has its act together. And people also love working together here. It's like all of these interesting ideas and companies kind of come from groups of people who share these interests and these passions working together.
I grew up in a small town. I then went to New York City, and then I went to Seoul, Tokyo, Hong Kong. Those are great me towns, you know? And Vermont is a we place. And I think for that reason, there's a really neat voice that we can have, or a narrative that we can tell about why people ought to come here. I love the fact that I can go out to a drone meeting at a brew pub. To them, it's natural. They're doing it on this street. And what TechJam does in this is help everybody understand the resources there. That's the really cool thing about this community. This is all real and good insofar as we really invest in our infrastructure.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, Matt. This has been really enlightening, really educational, and looking forward to seeing what Branthropology does next.
Hey everyone, this is Victoria Taylor, and thanks for exploring Tech Jam with me. Today I learned how Vermont is not only a beautiful and fun place to recreate, but it also has an amazing tech scene that Tech Jam highlights. To learn more about this year's exhibitors or find out the latest news as Tech Jam prepares to enter its 10th year, visit their website at www.techjamvt.com.